Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your October 2022 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aries and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, perhaps you're partnered up, maybe you're going through some challenges at this time with a very important person in your life. Now, Aries, these love readings don't have to do with just romantic love or intimacy. This can be family dynamics, parents, children, friendships, partners that you have opened your heart up to. So please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Aries, we're just going to dive into the overall main energy before we get into your reading here, your Celtic cross. And right away, we have the birdhouse. This talks about your first chakra, your root or base chakra, which is all about safety and security. So some of you you're going through a major change at this time. I keep hearing nesting. Now, it doesn't mean that you're pregnant and that you are nesting. Some of you, maybe you certainly are, but I feel like you are changing up the environment in your home. And I feel like this could be physically, this can be emotionally. Some of you are clearing some energy. Some of you are going through stuff and getting rid of the old to make way for that new coming in here for you. I do sense that there has been some changes within the last year for you, Aries, that have really shifted the way that you look at safety and security here, because they're giving me fall time or autumn energy here. So I feel like it was about a year ago. Now, there could have been some changes that have shifted for you towards the end of summer into fall for 2021 into 2022, but you're rebuilding your sense of safety and security. Some of you may be even thinking about relocating or just changing up your space to make it feel more secure. If you do have a spiritual altar, Aries, or if you have a space where you go to do your meditating or maybe read a book or gain some downtime, I feel like you may be looking at this area of your home more. Now, for others of you, there could be a joining here, a joining of maybe possessions or a joining of properties, but I am seeing boxes as well. So if you are going through a major change regarding a relationship in your life, whether you've lost a loved one or whether you were going through some ups and downs in a relationship dynamic, and for those of you that are single, and you're not necessarily focused just on attracting love, you may be taking a look at your home space and making some changes internally here. Now, we also have the garlic, strong potential. So if you are looking for love, I feel like there's a really great energy showing up here for you in the month of October, where you may be coming together, you may be connecting more. If you are already in a relationship, I feel like there's really strong potential to grow. Now, remember, it doesn't have to just be romantic love, but if you're looking for that here, I feel like something could step to the next level, and maybe that has to do with this safety and security, where you're moving in together or you are committing in one way, form, or another. Now, you do have some big changes on the horizon here, Aries. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of inner work, and I feel like we all at times do a lot of that inner work. But I feel like you are going through a transformational shift at this time. It may have been challenging for some of you. It may have been difficult for some of you at times to try to find your safety and security within yourself or within a very important relationship or relationships in your life. So let's dive into your reading here, Aries, and see what the main energy is for you in the month of October. We have a few cards that flew out here, so we're just going to lay down the majority of them here before we move on. Okay. Just going to get the final two cards here. Thank you, Spirit. And what is the overall outcome? Overall outcome. All right. So what we have here for your main energy in the month of October, we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, it certainly can be a card about the past or a past person for some of you, not all of you, but I feel like this again, it doesn't have to be about an ex coming back in. For some of you, it certainly can be, but for others of you, it's about healing that inner child. It is about you taking a look at what's worked in relationships. Maybe you're taking a look at why repetitive patterns have shown up for you. And it may be just through different people. Perhaps you've left one dynamic to find yourself in that same sort of dynamic or energy, but just with a new person. For others of you, you may be focused on, again, healing that inner child or going towards doing things that bring you joy, regardless of your relationship status. Now, I'm hearing sisters as well. Some of you may be wanting to mend a sisterly bond, or you may be thinking about a sister who you've been maybe alienated from or disconnected from. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Please take it as it does. But the Six of Cups is the card of reconnecting to a past energy, whether it's in the physical or whether it is just emotionally. You may be thinking about something that had happened a long time ago. And it could also be that energy of the 2021 that I was picking up on almost a year ago today. Now, some of you, this could even be a loved one, because we're doing, again, a love reading. This could be a loved one that is crossed over that may be on your mind. Maybe there was a crossing that had occurred in October. But the Six of Cups is about small acts of kindness. It is about gifts, that equal give and take as well. So I feel like there are new friendships here showing up for you. There is a blossoming here taking place. If you are looking to connect even stronger in a relationship that you are currently in, whether it is a love interest or whether it is between, it could be you and your own children. It could be you and your parents as well, because this can be a card about children or healing some dynamics that maybe stemmed from childhood, and maybe you and your mother, you and your sister had a falling out at times. So I do feel like there is a lot of positivity coming in from something that you've been sitting in for quite some time, Aries. Let's just take a look and clarify the Six of Cups, because I do feel for you that there may even be an apology for some of you Aries out there. There could be somebody coming back in that says, I'm sorry for the way that I've treated you. Now, it doesn't mean that they want to get back together, but I feel a slow, steady energy kind of coming from this here. So whether this is a family member or someone that, they may have moved on, you may have moved on, but they may want to say, hey, I apologize for the way I've treated you in the past. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there it is. There's news coming in, and it may have been a long time coming here. Page of Pentacles, it could also be somebody who had disrupted your health at times, because Pentacles can be about the health, but it can also be about the physical, the earthly. So I do feel like it may be somebody that you even grew up with as well, somebody from the past that may have even bullied you at times, or you felt bullied by this person. But I feel like there again could be some sort of an apology. Now, there is a message coming in here. If you are looking for love, and let's say some of you were thinking about someone from the past, or you may have seen them, but I feel like there was never any physical connection. So maybe you've met somebody a while ago online, or you used to talk to them through the phone. I feel like you could be hearing back from that person as well. Okay, Page of Pentacles. So let's take a look here and see what the challenge is for you, Aries, showing up in the month of October. What's the challenge? Five of Voices. And the Five of Voices is about kind of going back and forth. Should I? Shouldn't I? Do I let this mental energy take space in my head? Do I fully release? Am I overthinking about a situation here? Now, the Five of Swords, which is the Five of Voices here in this deck. This is all about resentment, and it is about bitterness. And I feel like you are finally wanting to release some sort of difficulty, some sort of conflict, some sort of argument that you've had between you and another person, because someone may have been a little stubborn. Someone may have been my way or the highway. And that may be what's showing up for you here. That may be what is on your mind. It could be about wanting an apology or wanting some sort of closure or wanting to find the solutions so the both of you don't keep butting heads. And you're asking yourself, should I just maybe walk away from this relationship or this dynamic between both of us because at times it's not healthy? Or should I try to continue fighting for the solution because this relationship is something that is close to my heart? So let's take a look and clarify a little more when it comes to this Five of Swords for you, Aries. What do we have? Five of Swords. Now, some of you may be going through a divorce. Some of you may be going through some sort of a legal issue with a family member or a loved one, or someone that had your heart at one point. Yeah, but it may have been difficult. There may have been a painful ending for some of you. Now, if you were not going through a difficult time, I feel like somebody may have blocked you, someone may have ghosted you, Aries, or someone just maybe stabbed you in the back. Now, I keep getting family dynamics. Now, for some of you, this was a person that you really gave your heart to. For others of you, Aries, this was a family member. It could be both. It may have been both for you. Goodness, that's very deep. Okay, some of you, there was a family member or a family dynamic that may have intermingled with someone you were seeing, if that makes sense. So for example, let's say your heart was really geared towards someone, or you were in a relationship and there may have been a sister or a cousin or a family member that also had their heart attached to someone you were seeing. Now, again, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but the Ten of Swords here can talk about closure, letting this go, getting the apology, or you getting the closure that you need necessary to open up. Now, it doesn't mean that if you're in a relationship at this point and you want it to grow, that there's an ending. This could be an ending of finally letting some sort of anger or bitterness go so you can move forward with this person, okay? Now, for others of you, if this is a family dynamic, I do feel like you may come across something of theirs. So if you've been alienated from a family member for quite some time, you may see in the newspaper, or you may see on a social media feed their picture or some words of theirs, or some of you may find that there could have been a loss in the family as well. So let's move on to the foundation. What is below you regarding love? Nine of Cups. This is a really beautiful energy because regardless of what's going on around you, regardless of the ups and downs that relationships tend to bring in, right? A lot of times relationships are mirrors, Aries. And I do feel like you're still keeping your thoughts open and your mind open, your heart open. You're doing the necessary healing, but deep down underneath it all you want is to feel good, feel content. You want your dreams to manifest here. You do want to bring in happiness and abundance and success when it comes to matters of the heart. You want to do what it is that you love. For your career, you want to be around the people that uplift you and bring out the best in you, because you do that to others, Aries. And this Nine of Cups showing up is, at times you may not believe that this closure or this apology or even this relationship or energy between you and another person or persons is something that can be healed. But I feel that on the surface, it's something you're trying to find a solution to. On, on energetic level, I feel like it's coming back around to make peace with a situation. So let's take a look and clarify the Nine of Cups for you, Aries. What do we have? Yeah, there it is. Ten of Pentacles. It can certainly be about family drama that you're healing from here. It could be a family dynamic, or you're just not losing hope. Or if you feel like you are at times, Aries, don't lose hope of your happily ever after, because this is ingrained in your energy. This is something you want here. But it's been difficulty with the Two of Swords, finding a compromise, finding solutions here, because that Two of Swords can be about being at a crossroads. It can be about not having the right people by your side, or not getting involved in the right relationships that will bring you that happily ever after. But sometimes we do have to kiss a lot of frogs to find that prince or that princess. And I feel like it's only made you stronger. And there is that strong potential showing up here. You're also building on your stability. There are big changes coming in, and I'm seeing by the end of 2022 here, even though we're doing an October reading, I feel by the end of the year, there's going to be some major breakthrough moments between you and either other people or another person that was close or is close to your heart. Now, in the past here, there it is, King of Cups, King of Emotions, Muse of Emotions in this deck. And this King of Cups is someone who is very loving, someone who is very supportive, emotionally intelligent as well. They're very patient, very compassionate. And this is what they grow to become, whether it's you or another person here. Because the downside of that King of Cups is someone who's cold, untrustworthy, dramatic. They're not in touch with their emotions because they let their emotions overrule them. And I feel like someone here, whether you or another person, is finally rising above the drama. You're finally rising above some sort of difficulties, whether it's conflict, challenges, back and forth energy, betrayal, hurt. It's feeling at times like your heart is in a different spot or with a different person. I feel like someone is leveling up here, and I feel like it certainly could be you, Aries. Let's take a look. King of Cups. What do we have here for King of Cups for Aries in matters of the heart? Some of you may have even spoken with a therapist, a counselor, a soul coach, because this King of Cups is someone who is very supportive. He wants to help you heal as well. He or she, it doesn't matter. It's just, yeah, Two of Wands. This is about you thinking about your future, thinking about how you can overcome a difficult period or time of your life. If there was a loss in the family, if there was a divorce, if there was a separation, this is somebody here coming in who is leveling up, emotionally evolving, which is you, or it could be another person, or you are speaking to someone to help you get to this point of wanting to move forward, because you may not be sure with the Two of Wands how to move forward in this situation here, because you may be feeling indecisive, or you were, regarding your safety and security. Now they're giving me the name Michael or Mike at this time, or even Michaela. I feel like there's a strong emphasis on the M and the E and the C. So please take that as it resonates. It may be you, it may be a partner or someone who is helping you out in this dynamic. Now, what's above you, Aries? We have the wheel. Finally, the Wheel of Fortune showing up here. This is about you moving forward in a positive dynamic here. When this Wheel of Fortune shows up, this is destiny and fate. This is fortune taking a chance on your heart here, opening yourself up to a situation. This is about a major turning point in your life. Remember earlier in your reading, Aries, we were talking about repeating that cycle, and it may be with a person, it may be with different people, but it's that same energy. That's what you're doing, is you're ending some sort of a karmic cycle here. Maybe some of you had to be alone for quite some time after a difficult period. For others of you, you were in a power struggle with someone else in your family or in your love relationships here. And I feel like you've went around and around and around, but there's an ending coming in here, an ending to an old way of doing things, an ending of that bitterness or resentment, or an ending of maybe an old life, because there's strong potential here to really get what it is that you're wishing for with the Nine of Cups below you. So whatever that is, you have the power to really manifest, not just call it in, but actually have it in front of you and say, yes, I want this. Yes, I accept this. Yes, this is something I want to manifest in this reality. So let's take a look and clarify the wheel for you. And this is part of the big changes coming in, because not only are you creating this, there it is, Ace of Wands, absolutely beautiful. Aries, this is about you feeling the love, feeling passionate, feeling adventurous, excited, feeling finally like you are being reinvented. That's what I'm getting here. There's a new sense of energy to this relationship or to a dynamic that is close to your heart here. This is also about you opening yourself up Because in the past, I feel someone may have been shut down or closed down or just not in that emotional space to really deal with some situations that were coming up here. But this is about you chasing your dreams. And I feel like things are about to start spinning here in a positive way. If you're looking for love, well, it's hot and passionate and coming in here. No, it doesn't just have to be, hot and passionate with the wands. It certainly can be. But it's also something that brings just a feeling of, again, purpose. If those of you are maybe single and you're just looking for a partnership, you're looking for communication, you may be looking to get out there and do things with other people, I certainly see that coming in here for you. There's big changes. For those of you that are wanting to go in a new direction with someone that's already in your energy, I feel like there is a great kind of solution energy. If there was a major fight between the both of you or an argument, or hurtful words, I feel like there will be an apology. Now, for others of you as well, someone is coming in here, and I feel like it's you or the other person that is going to make a very bold move, but it's going to bring happiness to the both of you. Now, what's showing up in the near future? There it is. Yep. Knight of Voices, Knight of Swords. Someone's going to come in quick here or make a quick move, and that's going to allow big changes. Now, if you are taking a relationship to the next level, it may happen quite quickly. Someone may say, I love you, if that is something that you have not said in your dynamic. It's certainly a big possibility in the month of October. For others of you, if you are looking for that apology so you can move forward, I do see that coming in here as well. If you are looking to go on a date, some of you, thank you, Spirit, they just gave me the name David as well. And I know David and Michael, a lot of you probably have those names, but I feel like there could be, they could even be connected. Someone may have a name that is David Michael or Michael David as well. So please take that as it resonates. I feel like I feel like they are somewhat intertwined or connected, or maybe you meet someone whose name is David, but he may have a brother named Michael. And that's kind of what I'm getting as well with that family dynamic. There could have been a dating of a sibling or a dating of a cousin as well. So again, please take that. You'll already know if it's your story here. But the Knight of Swords is someone who comes in strong. It's someone who rushes towards what he believes is very important to him, and he's confident as well. And I feel like this could be you, Aries. It could be you rushing towards something that you have a lot of belief in, because what are you rushing towards? Towards this healing type of energy, towards this wheel, towards this potential. There's strong energy between you and another person coming in here. Let's take a look at what you are telling yourself. What are you telling yourself here? Temperance. You're telling yourself that you've waited long enough, that you're ready to either gain the closure, let something go, you're ready to start a new chapter. When this Temperance card comes in, this is all about compromise. It is about self-control. Remember, in the past, we have the King of Cups. It could be at times extremes in the way that we feel, or it can even be temper. But I feel like there's a lot of moderation, patience, and balance coming in here. You're balancing out your dynamic. When that wheel was spinning backwards, or you kept repeating a cycle, I feel like that's coming to an end. You've been patient long enough. Now is the time for you to really grow and blossom and turn into that butterfly type of energy here, where you're spreading your wings and you're opening up to the new things coming your way. Now let's take a look and see what's going on in your external influences. What's going on? If I feel the need to clarify moving forward, I will here. But let's take a look, and there, yeah, 8 of Materials. You're going to work on yourself. You're going to continue working on your relationship. I feel like you're finding solutions to overcoming any of the self-sabotage. I just heard that some of you tend to get in your own way or get in your own head, which may sabotage a situation here, Aries. But the 8 of Materials is the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is about you working on finding the solutions here, because you want to change your destiny, and only you here can manifest what it is that you want in your life. And I feel like there is teamwork. I feel like there's growth coming in here, and what is it that you want to manifest? That 10 of Pentacles that was showing up here earlier for you. So Aries, you do have a lot of strength. You have a lot of great ideas at this time, and I feel like you're finding solutions to anything that was difficult. I'm just going to pull a card and clarify this 8 of Pentacles for you. What do we have here for Aries? What do we have for Aries? I'm seeing a card. Now, somebody may have even written you a handwritten note or sent it through a card, or someone may have wrote down something. They're showing me actual either paper or paper and pen. Now, it may have been written on, it could have been written on anything here. And I feel like you're either reading that, you've received that from this person, or there could be a handwritten card or message that way as well. Knight of Cups, beautiful. Yeah, you are working on opening yourself up to either this new love that's coming in if you're single, because Knight of Cups is certainly about someone opening up their heart, offering you their heart or offering you their hand at marriage for some of you. For others of you, that's what you're rushing towards with the Knight of Voices here. The Knight of Cups is about you feeling good. Some of you may wear your heart on your sleeve at times as well. And that's okay, but I feel like this is about you following your heart, and also some of you are really connecting to another person here. There's a strong energy of connection, or at least being able to free yourself from something that was holding your heart back here. Because this Knight of Cups, at times, he can be back and forth. He can be even a little bit jealous, a little bit manipulative, a little bit possessive. But I feel like someone is working on those traits. They're working on their jealousy. They're working on their own self-sabotage at times. But I feel like love is certainly here. Love is coming in. And like I say throughout the reading, it doesn't have to be intimate love. For some of you it is. But this can be opening yourself up to forgiving a family member, forgiving a child, a parent, or even a friend, a best friend for some of you. That heart wants what the heart wants. And I feel like you're taking action to heal something that really is important to you this month, Aries. Now, what are your hopes and fears? 6 of Wands. Yes, beautiful. Your hopes and fears here is success, is accomplishment, and is about opening your heart up. It could even be about you moving in together. It can be about the both of you being able to achieve that happily ever after. Whether it is together or whether it is separately, but there will be a level of achievement or a milestone that you've hit here that you've been waiting on. Now, the fear is being overlooked. The fear is being, full of that shame or feeling like a failure because you didn't know how to fully embrace or fully how to get out of your own way at times, Aries. But I certainly sense that you're hitting that milestone. Whatever you're working on here with this 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you will accomplish as long as you set yourself up for success by saying, I am worthy. I deserve love. I am open to finding solutions to the challenges. Sometimes we tend to hold grudges, or we hold on to that anger or that bitterness or that resentment. And that locks us in that place of fear. That holds us back from creating that success that we truly want when it comes to the heart here. And Aries, I do feel like you will succeed. You will, because you have big changes coming in. You have this strong potential card, and your final outcome here is the Justice. This is beautiful. When this Justice comes in here, and I did sneak a peek here, even though I did see the Justice card flipped over as I was pulling it, but I feel for you, this is ending that karmic cycle or ending some sort of a difficult cycle for some of you. For others, this is about dealing or overcoming with a legal battle that you've had, or it could have just been equality and fairness. Felt like someone was always manipulating the truth, or things were just unjust, or it felt like it wasn't fair, that you were going round and round and round in your love life or in your family life or in your friendships. Felt like something was maybe one-sided even, or felt like someone wasn't giving enough to it. and therefore it needed to be balanced out, whether that is through coming closer together and releasing that bitterness, that anger, that shame, forgiveness here, whether that was walking away and going through a divorce or a challenging time. For some of you, there is a completion or a closure happening in October related to maybe the justice system. For others of you, you may be attracting or calling in a Libra as well. Or if you have strong Libran placements in your chart, Aries, I do feel like you are balancing out your heart, whatever that means and looks like to you. Safety and security is first and foremost here. This is about you feeling secure with not only yourself, but the relationships that you get involved with. And if there is imbalance, if there are relationships that are one-sided, you're finding solutions to say, hey, I can love from a distance. I can gain the closure. I can forgive. I can do what I need to do, but to keep my own sanity as well. So I like this Justice card coming up, and the fact that it is 11, it was a soul lesson, a soul contract that you needed to go through. Maybe you're still going through this, Aries, but you had to go through this for your soul to evolve, for your soul to grow. And I feel that we choose our partners, we choose our parents and our children, and we choose our soul tribe before we come into this lifetime to help us grow and evolve. So you are understanding and realizing that this relationship is actually for your growth, for your evolution. And I feel like your heart is really opening up to this potential of, it could be, again, a silver lining, because the Five of Swords can be about when to stay, when to walk away, but finding the silver lining and allowing you to create a life. There's the Magician here, without manipulation, without feeling pressured, without feeling that control. Because the Magician, when he's feeling in his own power, he doesn't have to misuse or feel manipulated or controlled by other people. He can use the tools, the skills, the talents to manifest love into his own life. And that's what I see you doing here with the Eight of Materials. You're figuring out ways to, again, not self-sabotage, but get out of your own way to create that heart opening that you wanted for quite some time. All right, we're going to take a look here and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle, and I will read to you the relationship message before we wind down your reading here, Aries. All right, we have card 11 again, which is, again, that justice energy, but this card is all about by the book, and I'm just going to read to you the relationship message before we close down your reading. This is about respecting cultural or family customs. It is about the universal laws. It is about conforming at times as well. Some of you are wanting to break free from conformity. You're wanting to kind of have the upper hand. And the relationship message is this: getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to. Your connection will deepen as a result. Now, I'm also going to read to you the protection message, Aries, because some of you are going through or overcoming that difficult time, and you're allowing your heart to open up to a new beginning here. And it says, now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of how far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformations are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group. Take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is A time for transformation. So let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Yes, remember in the very, very beginning of your reading, I felt that by the end of the year, there's going to be major breakthroughs, major epiphanies here. So I do feel that some of you are, yes, you're making a relationship work by keeping that balance and kind of working with each other instead of against each other here. But for others of you, you're breaking outside that box of maybe fear for some of you, control, restrictions, and you're opening yourself up to a brand new level of love. And I do feel for a lot of you Aries, this level of love may be something that you've never touched base on yet here in this lifetime. Now love is love, but I feel like when it comes to love between, a parent and a child or between family members, we tend to kind of put certain labels on love, but they're showing me here that there is an opening of yourself. And within that, this self-love is going to be more powerful, stronger than you could have ever imagined. And you are heading right towards that 10 of Pentacles. Whatever that happily ever after looks like for you, don't give up hope here because you do have that 9 of Cups. So I hope this resonates for you, Aries. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I am sending all of you, Aries, tons and tons of love and light. Thanks so much for tuning in.